In this one, folks, we're returning to a site near Aonia Mons in the southern mid-latitudes of Mars. I'll be showing you some anomalies and artifacts that have resurfaced after a Dune field NASA is monitoring in that vicinity has moved on. So let's get cracking on with this one. We're analyzing this photograph called USGS Dune database entry number 2670-522 changes. The photograph was taken on the 7th of May 2015 at 24.8 centimeters per pixel. A very high resolution, guys, but this photograph is extremely blurry and noisy. I don't know if this was done on purpose or if it was a malfunction of the camera at the time. The images I'm showing you are cropped from this JP2 black and white map projected file. There's a look at the low-res black and white JPEG. I cropped this for you. These are the dunes that NASA's monitoring over time, and some of the artifacts have resurfaced. So since I last did this region, these dunes have moved and some new artifacts and anomalies have popped up. So let's check those out. This site is located 52.30 degrees south, 267.11 degrees east. And it's just to the west of the mountain over there called Aonia Mons, in this circular depression, and that dark spot over there is that strange dune field. So there's the first anomaly. We've seen this one before. It's this strange disc dome-like object about 5 meters in diameter, and a close-up reveals it's standing on something underneath it. If you look at that shadow, I'd estimate this object is about 2 to 3 meters off the surface. And there's the same anomaly that was photographed on the 11th of July 2013. So we've got a difference of about 2 years between these two photographs. So we can see the similarity going on there. This image is very, very blurry, so do forgive me for that one. Next one right there, folks, about 12 meters across, and it's got this strange dome-like feature in its center, which is about 4 meters across. Check it, this rounded side over here. And then next to it, in the center on that larger object, we've got that dome-like part. I'd love to see a high res of that. There's another disc that there is about 8 meters in diameter, and as always, it's elevated off the surface on the bottom right-hand side. And we'll have a look at this artifact over here too. It's got this circular shape on it, rather strange. And that is about 5 meters in diameter. It looks almost like there was a disc over here which has since moved on, and it's left this circular depression on that larger piece. Could that be some type of landing pad or docking station? Who knows? There's another disc like the one we just checked out, and this one's about 6 meters in diameter, also slightly elevated on the bottom right hand side. So there the two are for comparison, and it's very strange. You've got these two circular dome-like objects next to some other items. There's another disc-like object on that rectangular base, And there's another one like it. We'll check that out, and we'll also have a look at that megalithic structure or artifact over there. This oval disc is about 12 meters long, and we can see the perfect rounded shape on this rectangular base. There's another one. This one's a bit smaller, also on a rectangular base. That there's about 4 meters in diameter. Now check that out. Also pointing up towards the sun, like many discs I've shown you in the past. They all seem to be pointing up towards the sun. So there the two are for comparison. Some more similarities in these shapes, guys and girls. Check out that huge disc. That there's about 14 to 15 meters in diameter, and it's next to a rather strange piece as well. It's also huge. That there's about 25 meters across. So check out this disc. It's very bent up, dented, smashed in, but check out that perfect round arc to it. Also slightly elevated on the bottom right hand side. Here's another one of these strange structure type anomalies with a rounded side and like a right angle cut into it there on the one side, and that piece there is about 12 meters to 14 meters across. Check out that nice round arc there to it, the right angle over here, and the straight piece parallel to that side and also parallel to this side over here. So some type of structure or wreckage, who knows what that is. Right, and we're looking at this 1, 2, 3, 4-sided object over there. There's that disc on top of that rectangular base structure there. And this piece over here, I'd say, is about 12 meters across, and each side is about 6 meters in length. Check at the straight sides, similar angles over there, and this part over here seems to be carved out. It's got like a little part in its center, and then there, if we draw a triangle there, we've got that dark spot. Check at that piece next to it, the perfect straight edge as well. And there's another multiple-sided piece. We can see 1, 2, 3 of these sides, and the rest of it's partially covered in sand. And also it's elevated on the bottom right-hand side. And that one side there's about, let's see, 6 meters in length. Check at the straight edges and right angle over there, guys. Almost parallel to this one side, we've got that narrow oval object over there. Check out this piece. Could be natural, I've got no idea what we're looking at there, but if I zoom in on it, it looks almost like some type of fossil, with a rounded part there and another smaller rounded part on the right. The large round surface area there is about 6 meters in diameter, and then it's got this small circular piece to the right, and it's hollowed out in its center. It's almost like an old bone, a massive bone. So let's check out these anomalies and some others down in the southern mid-latitudes near Aonia Mons, which is over here to the east. So it's in that Dune field. So there is that strange disk dome-like feature, and there's some of the previous anomalies that are now covered up. Check out that rectangular base, straight edges, right angles, and then this part on top that seems to be bent over. On this side, almost parallel to that side, and it looks like this is an opening, guys. Another block over there with a protrusion or knob on it. I wonder if this is a little like an outpost radar inside a dome. So there it is again. Just had a look at these anomalies in this video, just for quick reference. So let's check out what else is in the immediate vicinity. Thaumacia fossae, got these, looks almost like a piece of wreckage. To get the bends on it, we've got right angles there, parallel lines, and a little part in the center. And then various disc-like objects with this one's got like a dome in its center, another piece of wreckage maybe. But this piece looks almost like a lock. Check that out, it's hollowed out there with straight edges and right angles, and then in line with it we've got this rectangular slab, and in its center we've got a protrusion or knob as well. So Aonia Terra, we've got plenty of objects, guys. Check that out, another dome-like part on that. There's another disc, the hole right there in its center. Check out this triangular piece with a perfect hole in its center as well. And this is where I found those two similar saucer-shaped objects with domes on their centers. This one seems to have crashed into a structure. I wonder if that was a hangar opening. Very similar in shape and design. Right, check out that block with that smaller rectangular piece on it. It's got a small little dome-like feature in its center. We've got two smaller parts next to it. Check at the spacing between those, and they're parallel to this one side. Another strange block there. We've got a right angle and then this rounded side here with a slot that seems to be cut into it, and in that slot we've got that little sphere or ball. Another disc-like object. Got that intriguing piece there, and then another piece of metallic debris, megalithic slab or block, who knows what that is. Check out that, got like a quarter disc again, got two straight sides there, this rounded part to the left, and lying across it we've got that sculpted narrow piece. It looks like a sculpted piece, slightly hollowed out there. Another triangular block with a small triangle on top of it, consisting of those three similar parts. Another block with a disc-like object lying on top of it. It's got like a slot cut into it over there. Another UFO saucer shaped object, check that out. Got like a rounded part there, slightly pointed to the right, and in line with it, that rectangular slot cut into that disc. Lots of symmetry and geometry there. Check out those two similar square shapes there with these ports on them. That's lying across the diagonal. You've got another pumpkin seed shaped port in its center. Seen many of those already. Another round shaped object with this dome or knob in its center. Another rectangular part there. Check out the carved out area there. A nice ridge on it, like a bevel. Another triangle there in that pattern. Three similar objects aligned there on top of that. Got that strange block. It's got a uniform depth to it, and that looks like a hole that's been drilled into it. There's another disc with a dome-like thing on top of it. This is a site near the Mars 3 lander from the USSR. Got a row of small objects there inside this enclosed area. Check out the parallel design to those two sort of enclosing walls. Two similar objects there next to one another. Another dome-like part there. Another one there, guys. Check out this. It's almost like some type of fossilized coral inside this circular pattern. Another one of those three-part objects. We've got two larger ones next to one another with a separating line, and then a smaller bridging part in the center. Found dozens of those already. Let's get the right angle on that piece. Another spherical object lying in that hollowed out piece, like a plectrum shaped object there. Another block with a smaller rectangle on top. Unreal stuff. Circular pattern on top of that object around a small little spherical object there in its center. Another disc-like object with a dome on it. Another dome over there. Check out the opening over here with a small object sticking out of it. And through the center line we've got those three smaller objects in a row there. This looks almost like some type of slug. Little triangle over there. Three similar items in a row. Check out the equal spacing between them. There's another little triangle on top of that. Check out these strange pieces too. We've got thin slabs or metallic metal debris over there. Another piece over here. Seems to be open on the bottom right with a supporting piece over here. I wonder if that is like an entranceway. Symmetry and geometry in this piece. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. and close to the center that little protrusion or knob on it. Another circular design in that pattern. We've got some blocks over here with protrusions and knobs on them. Another one of those 3-part objects, 2 larger ones next to one another, and a small part bridging that gap between them. Right, one more site. This is near a right, which is a circular depression. There's that strange opening, got equal angles going on there. This rounded part on top, that looks like an opening as well. And then that strange rectangular container open on the one side with this thing sticking out. And then various odds and ends. That's it for this video, folks. Thank you for watching. I hope you found it informative and interesting. Do let me know in the comments below what you make of these. And as always, thanks to those that do participate, much appreciated. To all my subs, thank you for watching and supporting my work. Do take care and be safe in these very, very trying times. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.